Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wine and Wardrobe with Rayne, broadcasting to you from my living room. I'm a certified style coach and the author of Ultimate Guide to Style from Drab to Fab. For more information on how I can serve you stylishly, please check out rayneparvis.com. Considering we're all at home 95% more of the time, I thought it would be really awesome to bring on a professional organizer that's gonna help streamline our life and of course, all the clutter that's hanging around our house. I don't know about you guys, but my house is a mess. My colleague, Monica Lead, is amazing. I personally work with her on certain closets, and I've actually changed the way I process closets with certain clients, which we're totally gonna talk about in our interview. I'm gonna go ahead and read you her bio. Monica Lead is the author of Simply Spaced, Clear the Clutter and Style Your Life, and the founder of the company Simply Spaced. It's a team of professional organizers and lifestyle experts headquartered in Los Angeles. Her team is passionately committed to helping you shift from overwhelmed to overjoyed using her 3-step method to simplify, streamline, and style your home. If you all follow Simply Spaced on Instagram, you know they can make anything look sexy. Kitchen cabinets, junk drawers, pantries, you know that you are gonna get some great tips on how to simplify your life. So let's hop on over to the interview.
All right, can you tell me what your go-to uniform is now since we are in COVID?
So actually, you're looking at it. This is a brand called Blue and Gray. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
We sell it from, I know it very well.
I mean, I'm telling you, so this used to actually be my travel uniform. So I have it in multiple colors, and usually I wear the black with white shoes. So it's like clean, but super, super comfortable. And I always felt like traveling, it washed really well. It never looked warm. It always looked sharp. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I don't have to just wear this on a plane. And I actually wear it at home all the time. So it is my go-to. It feels buttery soft. It's the signature soft fabric. So it just feels amazing on your skin, but still looks pretty awesome.
Every time I pass one in the store, I'm like, oh my gosh, this feels like a baby's butt.
It really does. It really does. I was actually in the bathtub the other day, and my husband walked in and he's like, have I told you how much I love the Blue and Gray? And I was like, really? Because they now sell like the men's version. So he's like, he's wearing it literally right now. So
I love it. And what pants are you like? Leggings, skirts?
Blue and Gray. It's like the two top and bottom butter from toe. I keep hoping they come out with socks because it feels like it's like butter all over my body. It's so good.
Oh gosh, I love it. Can you tell us how your business has changed since COVID? Because you're like me, you're in the service business. We need to go to people's house. We need to get in your stuff. How has it changed?
It's changed a lot, to be honest. I mean, we're predominantly in home. I've been saying like the bottom sort of fell out of our boat during COVID, and it meant completely rethinking things on our toes, thinking about different ways to pivot the business. And I've just been kind of focused on that for the past 3 months. Like, what else can we do, and how can I use this knowledge focusing on my book and different virtual services? So we've had to do a lot of pivoting, and we're only now starting to get back into client spaces. At the same time, we're at all-time high with COVID. I'm having that realization that having a business that's solely 100% based on being in client homes isn't necessarily the most sustainable business model. So we're kind of trying to now strategize to do some long-term changes.
I know that you haven't quite launched all that yet, but what does that mean? Because I know personally, when I've done closet sessions online, personally, it's not as effective. And I've worked with you before, and I do want to get into that because it's so meticulous. So what does that mean for you, like remodeling a little bit?
So I've done actually a couple things, and I think this is more a testament to like what you need to do as an entrepreneur, which is like look at what you have and where are you now and what can you do with what you know. And I've been doing some courses for other professional organizers. So I've been training other organizers, which has been really rewarding. And I'm working on some masterminds and developing out some digital courses because I think that that's something that there's always going to be a demand for. And over the years, I've had so many people ask me, do you offer this? Do you franchise? Do you teach? Do you coach? And I'm like, I've always said no, because frankly, I never had the space to do it. And so that is the one sort of nice thing about what's happening right now is I have a little time to actually think about those and take it to fruition. We were planning on launching our first product in the fall. We are doing archival photo boxes. We're able to work with the manufacturer to get them off the ground pretty quickly. Even though they're not our total design, it's just the basics. We were able to launch those, and so those are on the website now. We're trying to make the best of what we have, even though it's a little bit disparate.
So I used to kind of do hashtags or whatever as closet organizer, closet auditor, and I was like, did that. And I've been doing closets organizing for 10 years. And then I paired with you on a few projects. And then I removed the term organizer from my whole entire business. I never use that hashtag anymore. And it's not even like, I just want to say I was kind of ignorant, I guess, even though I've been in the business for so long. So yes, I do go in a closet. I edit it. I take out all the stuff that's like no longer in style. I go from dark to light. Maybe I Marie Kondo your little folding in the drawers. However, Monica's and the Simply Space meticulous organizing is really organizing. Can you please tell everybody the difference between, let's say, a stylist who comes in or someone that just maybe moves around some stuff to make it look pretty in regards to what you actually do, which was mind-blowing to me.
Thank you. That's really interesting. Well, I think in the same way I am really clear about being a organizer as opposed to a stylist. And I actually have a design background, but I don't call myself a designer really either, because for the same reasons. I took my design background and turned it into organizing is because I saw that there was a need. We do the dirty work. And a lot of people think because they see the pretty pantry and they see the end result that it's super glamorous. It must be so fun to, style all those spaces. But the reality is we're starting with the piles of junk and the total chaos and the disorder. And I think because I have a background, I was a set designer for 10 years before I started this. So I have this understanding of how our environments tell a story. I have that end result in mind, but I see where people are starting, and where they're starting is in the chaos. We always start with the decluttering. We have a 3-step method that we follow: simplify, streamline, and style. The majority of the work that we do is in the simplify phase, and that's the decluttering. And that's where we go through everything and we're getting rid of what doesn't serve you. So it's always starting with the clutter and how to remove the clutter. And then the streamlining is us optimizing the space. So that's where we're organizing, putting things into the space.
If I could go in and do a closet, but I'm not going to figure out what products to put in. And that's one of the things that really just blew my mind and made me take out organizer from any pitch that I ever had. Cause I'm like, no, girl, I'm not going to go in there. You can hire Monica and she'll go in there and do it. I do not do math and I don't do squares.
I don't do math either. We gotta get somebody we gotta get someone in our network who does math, because I can't refer anybody either.
Can you just tell everybody what your process is? Cause literally you guys will go in with tape measures and what products can go in to better even build a closet that will make it better for you. You can rearrange a whole closet.
Totally. So it's always based on, and that's why the decluttering part is so important. And I know you do a lot of that as well. Once you've been through a closet, and a lot of times we do come after stylists, or we work with stylists, because we know that then what we're working with is really intentional. And that's another key thing for me, is that I am not of the mindset that it's all about what you let go of. I think it's a circle, and it's all about creating a capsule wardrobe and a collection that's really full and representative. And that's where a stylist can come in. We can help them with the letting go, but a stylist can really help with the curation. But once you have that, once you know you've gotten rid of everything that's excess and you have a complete wardrobe, what do you do with it, right? Like most people's closets are overflowing. They don't have the right hangers. Things aren't optimized. People look at closets all the time. They just don't even know where to start. So we are measuring, inventorying, and we're streamlining the space based on exactly what that inventory of items is. We come in with our tape measures and our bins and our baskets and our labels and our slimline hangers and all of it. And we just optimize it. It's a combination of time, thought, and effort, and mostly time, because we're focused and it takes the time to think through, okay, what do you have and how is this space going to work to optimize it for the client so that it's optimal form and function.
What are the products that you were mentioning? Because I know, will you guys put shelves in closet spaces like Alpha systems or something?
Yeah, I really like Alpha. So Alpha is a very common one that we use. I have a client in Newport Beach right now who they just bought a house, but they don't have contractors. So it has to be something very simple. They want something that they can grow with. It's great for kids, and it's because they're modular. I'm a big fan of modular closets, especially for young people, because oftentimes you have these beautiful custom built closets that look great, but they're not based at all on who you are and how you operate in the space. So oftentimes these beautiful $20,000, $30,000 closets even are completely dysfunctional for the person actually using it. So the nice thing about a modular closet or working with an organizer, when you're designing a closet, they'll look at and see what you have, and they'll say, here's the system that best works for you. I have an office here. I use the shelves in it because it's modular and you can move them around. So it's great, again, for almost any purpose. You can put baskets in and shelves, and as kids grow or as you grow, they can grow with you. And it's not inconceivable to pull things out and shift things around.
Basically, what we're trying to say, once you declutter your closet, whether it's with me, a stylist, or yourself, and you still look in there and you're not feeling like super excited or things aren't working for you, hire an organizer that is, and make sure they're not just like using the term organizer like I did for 7 years before Monica. Make sure they are like a real organizer, like Simply Space. And that's also where you can get Monica's book, which that is a great segue. Tell me about your book that I'm so excited for you.
My book is called Simply Spaced, Clear the Clutter and Style Your Life. It came out in October of last year. And it's really the answer to teaching people to think like professional organizers. So the one thing I wrote this book because I wanted to share all the things that people ask me all the time. How do I do it? Where do I start? What's the method that you use? What tips do you have? I literally put all of it in the book because people ask me all the time. I explain what my method is, to simplify, streamline, and style. And then I tell you exactly how to do each step. So first you're going to declutter. Well, how do you declutter? Well, you set up your bins. I have a toolkit in there for you. Like, I spell it all out for you because I think it's important for people to learn. People ask me all the time, like, oh, are you a natural born organizer? And I'm like, actually, no, I'm actually a natural born creative. I was a designer for many, many years, but I learned how to think like an organizer. I know the methods and the tricks. And so I can walk into a totally cluttered space and not feel overwhelmed because I have a process, I have a method. And that's what most people lack. And that's why they get so overwhelmed. So it's all in the book. I'd love to share it with your audience. So thank you for bringing that up.
That's also one of the things that I want to say, stole, borrowed, whatever, from working with you, which I'm so before meeting you, I'd go into a closet and I would still bust out some bins. I would do it in piles, but I didn't label it. And I think that it was such a therapeutic process for my clients now to see that I put on a piece of paper. I don't do the cute labels like you.
It doesn't have to be cute. Well, I do them hand. When I'm in the process, I use just a Sharpie and a Post-it. That's all you need.
That's what I do. And I'll just put let go, donate, keep, and then maybe we'll have a maybe altering pile that maybe if we change the buttons, we can make it look super cute. But just putting the actual labels on the different piles has really helped people and clients just let go of more stuff. I love to make a mess before I can clean up everything. So I just love to like throw stuff everywhere and be like, oh, don't worry, I got it, girl. To have some people need to see it and learn it that way. So that has really helped every time I go into a closet now. So I can't thank you enough for that.
That's really interesting, actually, because I tell this to people all the time. It's actually a really good tip, too, for helping to teach kids how to organize. Sharpie and Post-its. And I was actually just teaching this to some of my team members because they sometimes want, when we're working in client spaces, they'll be like, oh, that's clearly the cans and that's clearly the breakfast and everything's pulled out into piles. And they're like, it's very obvious. But the point is, it's not obvious to everybody else. Like if you're the one that organized it and you walk into the room, or someone else who didn't organize it walks into the room and they just see 4 big piles, or if it's clothes, they see just like clothes everywhere with no label. They don't know what to make of it, and it overwhelms them. So it overwhelms the client, and it overwhelms you. It overwhelms everybody. So actually just a little Post-it goes a long way, and it's actually a very good tool for teaching too. I actually have when I'm babysitting my nieces, they'll come over and they get excited about it. They're like, get the Sharpie out, and they put the pile, and they like to put the donate, and it helps them interact in a way you can't necessarily understand the process otherwise. So it's just a little thing, that little trick, organizer trick.
Another thing that I learned from you, which I also like changed the way that I do as well, is before I just see, I'm not really attached to clothes or anything like that. My husband will tell you, I love to go, I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Let me go throw away stuff. And I'll just start pitching stuff in my house. So sometimes when you go through a certain personality's closet, for me or for any organizer, or if you're a stylist or whatever, organizer, this and that, I used to just like take clothes and throw them in piles. What I learned from you was these clothes, they all have some, not everybody, some like to get down and dirty like me. They don't care. However, some people that they have trouble letting go. So when you fold up those let goes nicely and the discardings and the donates. That's all another thing I learned from you was to fold everything nicely and to put it in the piles versus treating it like trash. So that was just like another tip that I learned from you. The clients don't feel so bad that they wasted so much money when it looks like garbage in all these piles.
That's a really interesting point. Yeah. I mean, you have to read the crowd, right? Some clients are like that, but I think you have to have that same kind of respect for the clothes because it's really true, you know, and then of course encouraging them like, look, this is going to go to another home. So it's just recirculating energy. You're not loving it, but there's someone else who really will. And that little difference can mean the world to you actually getting it out of their hands and out of the house.
And cheers to you, because that is one thing that I've actually changed and I appreciate.
Cheers. Thank you for acknowledging that. You're awesome.
Okay, what I was just reading your website, and one of the things I noticed on there that you do offer, obviously we were talking about wardrobe decluttering, but it's also photo organizing, digital organizing, the eco home office detox, emergency prep, the makeup edit, personal security, the house whisperer, the wardrobe edit, cybersecurity, and obviously they go in and organize your whole house, everything from pantries, closets, junk drawers, and all that. But the one thing on there that I was like, what is that? Is the house whisperer. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, so first of all the services are partner. All those other services are partner services. So those are services that we offer in partnership, so in tandem with our partners. And those are real relationships, people we work with all the time, and people who we love and trust. When people ask me if they're like, you know what, I need a really good stylist, it's like, I want it to be Rayne. I want it to be somebody that I know. You know, I want to be able to give recommendations of the people that do the things I know they need. And so that's kind of how it was all born. The House Whisperer, that's a really interesting one. That is a 90-minute service that we offer, and it's where you're working with our partner, Rayne, and she's a Feng Shui expert. So she is looking at the space. She talks to our clients in a way that we sort of don't, because usually what happens is people call us when they're in a panic. They're buried in clutter. They're about to move. They're about to kill their husbands, like their kids are driving them nuts. Like there's some immediate need that they need. And usually that when they call us, that's like what they're calling for. We sometimes like to kind of dig a little bit deeper. And sometimes we'll say, yes, absolutely, we can do that. But we also have a Feng Shui expert who can walk you through the energy of your home. So she's kind of looking at it from a different perspective. She's seeing where she's having a conversation with you to unearth a little bit deeper. You're saying you're about to heal your husband because his piles are messy and taking over the house, but what's really going on here? So she's just doing a little deeper dive and trying to identify the energy blocks throughout the house, because sometimes what we think the biggest problem is isn't always, but we're still going to come in and clean out your closet or reorganize your pantry if that's what you need. But Rayne is going to take the time to calmly talk through, almost like a therapy session, of what's the actual block here. Maybe the thing they think is the most important actually isn't. We need to start somewhere else.
And that's what other things, it's like, it's not just, and I know that you kind of touched on, it's not just about a pretty photos on your Simply Space Instagram feed. It's not just organizing or styling or reading a Simply Space book. It's like we're getting to the nitty gritty of why this has happened in the first place and how to change it moving forward. Quick question.
Yes.
What are your thoughts about Marie Kondo's underwear folding?
I don't fold my underwear. I know it's like sacrilege to say because I'm an organizer, but I have like really cute little cubes that I use and I stuff them in the cubes, and it just works for me because it's more by color. I have clients that want their underwear meticulously folded. Usually it's the housekeepers that do that kind of stuff. I'm just not a big fan of it personally. I think her method is like very like surgical. Like you sit there and personally, I'm a fast folder. I wish I had a t-shirt here, but I do the like with my hands really quickly. I'm not going to sit there and do a meditation because we get paid by the hour. So I don't think my clients want me to like spend that much time folding their underwear.
Bless my books I'm going to toss for 35 minutes. I want a refund.
Yeah. No, I feel that way. I mean, I like I said, if you want us to fold your underwear,
leave the room.
Right. Do you fold your underwear? I'm so curious.
No, I don't fold my underwear. And
okay.
It's curious because not a bit just about underwear in general, but no, it's so funny because you know when you hear about, first of all, I've been inside your house, and Monica's house is amazing. She practices what she preaches. Her office, obviously you can see it's a little bit dark right now, but it's beautiful. Again, I don't call myself a closet organizer anymore, so my underwear drawer can be messy.
Yeah, but so is mine. I mean, that's the great irony. But that's the nice thing about systems, right? Like I have a system that works for me. I have little drawer organizers in there, and it's like I'm not going to sit there and do the like fold. We fold men's underwear, but no, I don't fold underwear.
And moving on. All right, so we kind of went over that. How can we get in touch with you? Website, books? What's your favorite way for people to contact you?
So yeah, my website is simplyspace.com. Our biggest sort of following is on Instagram. So we're just Simply Spaced on Instagram. The book is on Amazon. Very excited about that. You can just Google Simply Spaced. Clear the clutter and style your life. We're trying to teach the team some dance so we can get on TikTok. We're not quite there yet, but soon we're going to have a TikTok presence.
Before we say goodbye, can we just get everyone knows I'm over 40, but I don't know if they know that you're over 35, so I'll just say over 35. Can we get someone out there to teach us oldies how to do TikTok?
So a girl on my team is a dancer, a choreographer. She's amazing. So you can come TikTok with us.
Okay, I'm totally down because everyone's like, you need to get on TikTok, this and that. I go, listen, I'm not a TikToker.
I mean, I'm not either, but it looks so fun, and I see these fun dance videos, and we're like visioning we're gonna have Justin Bieber as a client, and we're gonna be we're like meta about it. We're gonna get there.
And that's the thing, like, who doesn't love? If you've known me, you guys know I do a happy dance in clients' dressing rooms and closet. When we get an outfit and something, I'm like, yeah, right. So I'm like, if I can just get one TikTok channel every time I get a cute outfit on someone or like my own or whatever, and I can do a little dance, get it on there. That's like a TikTok channel, right?
For sure, you need a TikTok in this outfit. Is it a onesie or is it just a top?
Oh yeah, I'll even stand up because it has pants.
I mean, like legitimately, like this needs a TikTok video.
Okay, so if you do a TikTok in the next 30 days, let me know. I will come over in this outfit.
For sure.
All right, everybody, that's another episode of Wine and Wardrobe. Don't forget to tune in next week with Jocelyn White, and we are going to be drinking her fabulous wine. Bye.
Bye.